Greetings once again. I'm always glad when people are having a good time and socializing. But we have a tight schedule here because there's 3 more acts after On Your Radar tonight. We're in our second of our 3 acts tonight. I want to welcome 2 people who are probably familiar in other incarnations. Molly Venter, whom we know from Red Molly, and Eben Pariser, whom we know from Roosevelt Dime. Both Red Molly and Roosevelt Dime have been on your radar in the past, but they have this side project now called Goodnight Moonshine. Hello, guys. How are you?
Hello, John.
Hi.
So you know, how did you guys meet?
Folk Alliance, 2011. Yeah, there's a folk music business conference that happens down in Memphis, and you go and you hawk your wares.
I was passing out chocolates in the lobby like I do.
It's true. And he was yelling.
Edible slag is always good.
Yeah.
And so Red Molly and Roosevelt Dime kind of felt as kindred spirits, right?
Totally. We took a liking to each other. We had like Andrew Green, their great banjo player, play with us in some shows, and we tried to follow them around to their shows, and yes, we became fast friends.
When did you guys decide to do this sort of duo project?
Well, we decided to start trying to write tunes together. But everybody's got a bunch of unfinished songs that tend to stay unfinished unless you bring them to the group and share with the group, which it's difficult sometimes. But we help each other through it, I guess. And we take our least best songs and share them with each other. So we started this thing called The Hang, right?
That's right. And so for about a year, we would meet every month and eat spaghetti and play our unfinished.
This was the 2 groups at that point,
yeah, this
right?
was the whole 2 groups.
And a bunch of other cool songwriters around from a bunch of cool people came through.
Yeah, Brooklyn, Jersey City, some good peeps. And then Eben and I had kind of a knack for finishing each other's songs, so.
Now finishing other sentences, too.
No.
I mean that in the highest compliment. What does Goodnight Moonshine allow you guys to do that Red Molly and Roosevelt Dime don't?
What do we get to do?
Yeah.
Eben is pretty obvious. He usually plays the bass in the bucket. Isn't that right?
I get to be a guitar slinging dude in this band, which is the big thrill here. I get to play all those hot licks from 1992 in Guitar Magazine, that kind of thing.
and for you, Molly?
Like, same in terms of the 1992 part, I guess. Like, I get to get some of my indie rocker out. That's it.
Now, you guys did have a Brooklyn connection, but no more, right? Up in Connecticut, is that right?
New Haven, correct.
Yeah, which is your home turf, huh?
Yeah, my hometown.
But you spent time in Austin along the way.
Yeah, 7 years in Austin. Austin, Texas.
And where are you from originally?
I'm from a tiny little town in between Camden and Belfast called Lincolnville in Maine.
In Maine? Oh, yeah, I know. That's a nice part of the world. Do you miss Brooklyn, though? I mean, be honest.
Well, here's so much it's hard to miss, but it's it's fun. It's different. It's a little different. It's like one of those things where absence makes the heart grow fonder. I love coming back to the city now, even more than I did. And I don't have to ride the train every day. So
now it's like a novelty.
Yeah, it's like wow,
I'm
this
on
is
the
cool.
train.
It's like the first time I was in the city again.
Well, glad you found your way down to Allen Street in the Lower East Side. Rockwood Music Hall and On Your Radar. Welcome, Goodnight Moonshine.
Thank you, guys.
I
you. That's the first song we ever wrote together. Eben's got a thing for choruses. He can write a good chorus. And then he's done.
This next tune is a tune called Gasoline that Molly wrote. And I don't really have. What is this? This is some kind of breakup song? I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, I think it was ambiguous at the time. But... This is like the most irreverent show that happens in Rockwood Stage 2, I think. Well, no, just the John Platt scene. And one of my favorite things is, yeah, I'm all nervous, but one of my favorite things is getting to watch John, like either in the radio station or here, when he's listening to music. It happened a little bit with Clarence, so he'll just close his eyes and he'll get really into it. Take a glance over.
We assume that means you're really into it. I hope it doesn't mean like, geez, I wish this was over.
He's like meditating.
You guys are tough. It's the Brooklyn. It's the new Eben.
It might be the new Eben. This next one I wrote, I spent Father's Day down at the Brooklyn Naval Yard, which is where my grandfather worked during World War II, and my grandmother actually lived on the same street that I did much later, Clinton Ave. So I came back from that and I started strumming around and making nonsensical sounds, and eventually words came out, and this song just popped out of that. It's called Work I Done. I used to sail a merchant ship. I used to run an army outfit. I used to build red brick walls. I used to run a cattle car. I used to lead a check out west. I used to drive a team of horses. I used to work a mighty crane. I used to drive a whistle steel train. Who's to keep the work I done, and where do I go now? I used to be a king of men. It used to matter what I thought and said. I used to drive the hammer in. I used to have hands that listened. I used to see my shadow tall. I used to feel my heart beat strong. Only you and I could call.
Lost my job, quarter of 4. Came back home and standing at my front door. 2 little ladies wanna tell me about the end of the world. Said no thank you, but it wasn't enough. They hung around asking me to discuss. So I told them what I think about the end of the world. I'm gonna take the Mississippi down to New Orleans, put down my bird and wash my troubles all away in the breeze. I'm gonna sit in Louisiana till kingdom come. Ain't gonna worry about the end of the world. end of the world. Well, I know one thing when all is said and done. If you're waiting on the doomsday, then it surely will come. Don't try to save me till you really know to save yourself. Gonna take the Mississippi down to New Orleans, but down our burning, wash our troubles all away. We're gonna sit in Louisiana till kingdom come. Ain't gonna worry about the end of the world. We're gonna drive this train till the end of the line, and we ain't getting off until we feel the sunshine. Put our feet in the sand, finally make a stand. Ain't gonna worry about the end of the world. Ain't gonna think about the end of the world. And don't talk to me about the end of the world.
I had a running bet with when these clip-on earrings were gonna come off, and it was that song.
Did you win?
One of my grandmother's old big gold fishes. Okay, what do we have time for? Oh, okay. So, wow, thank you guys for coming. It's much nicer when you're here. This is, all right. This is kind of a quiet song. We're gonna bring it down. We're gonna get a little sensitive, and then we will bring it back up.
No upside today.
You're right, there's no upside.
Bring
Okay.
it down and then just further down, but so down that it's good. You know what I mean? Oh, we opened for Dana Kurtz the other night.
Yeah, right? Big hands.
That was great. She had a song that was like, "I've been bad since I met you,
But I look good.
and bad." Good line.
That's really good. All right, this one I wrote. This one's called "Goodnight Moonshine." Kind of named it after the band and the album, and I wrote this one for my mom from my dad. As we sailed out farther, and your voice you were never so young. I was never so grateful to love you. Alright, so if you'd like an album, we're doing a little pay what you please up here, and you can just come talk to us after the show. And all the songs except this next one we recorded. And this is one we kind of ripped off from the Birds. Evan taught it to me like on a long walk in Maine. I hadn't heard the actual recording till 2 nights ago. But I like it.
It's a tune that was written by a man named Bill Bell. It's called Don't Miss Your Water Till Your Well Runs Dry. Or somewhere, some of those words are in the title of it, anyway.
Shades of Graham Parsons and Emmy Lou there, huh?